feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young black.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Motion, motion, motion. 53 the mic.
To the air, Allen. And this one's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Throwing again. Allen. It's complete to Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Rapid.
On play action, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. Throwing on 1st down. Fountain. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Leonard Fournette. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Fournette. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
Back to throw. Fountain. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Motion, motion, motion. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check.
From the gun, it's Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They begin things in much better field position than their opening drive as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Let's go.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Not here. Check 13. Check 13.
From the gun, Fountain going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Allen now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field. And
down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. 44.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
Leo.
To throw on third down. Fountain. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point when neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike's 59.
2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Check, 59. Rip right. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Fountain. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Ready? 10 logo.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's go, G. Tighten up. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Fountain. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready, set. 59. Mike's 59. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Now.
Off play action. Fountain. Pass incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Hey, Orbit. Check, 59.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fountain. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And got his man complete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fountain. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, echo. Look at me. Door.
From the gun, Fountain. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
Ready.
59. Mike's 59. Oh, here we go. Oh. Wide.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Switch. Check 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
49, check 49.
Back to throw. Fountain throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's a fumble. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 14 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball,
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Allen going to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Allen now looks to throw, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, let's get there. Check 43.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Jaguars
Go for it,
take over
let's go.
1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check tight. Check tight. Watch the safety.
Go on.
55's my guy. 55. Hey, let's get.
Hey, seam 6.
55 to mine. Check.
Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Rock it.
Off the play fake. Fountain. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15.
2
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Allen off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Don't be scared of it. Hey, lock it.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Texans scoop it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football. With a 1st and 10, deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you, with your IQ, you can pull that off. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Joker, 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 Joker. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
He's coming.
Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And here's Allen. Off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Todd. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Allen going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
And a Jaguar 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. He can't hang.
Looking to throw. Fountain. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slide. Swing 3. 218, chopper. Now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, zoom.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Come on.
Back to throw. Fountain. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes our score 17-0. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
At their own 1-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Throw left side complete. That's time. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Tight end right. We got 4. We got 4.
We go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too